At Jesuit Lincoln Center, we have an undying commitment to education.
What Bank of America is doing is particularly significant.
I think corporations can take a lead from Bank of America and not look at donating to the arts or culture as some sort of a blind philanthropy.
I have a 5-year-old little boy, which then was 3.5, and he was taken away from me.
My drug of choice is crack cocaine and alcohol, and that was a very hard addiction to break.
And I just couldn't believe that something so small could have so much control over me.
If I was a director trying to find something new, something fresh, I would come to Shooting Chile.
You have a dry desert, you have high mountains, you have lakes, you have greenery.
Desert, ocean, mountain, ice. You can go to Easter Island. Wow, another planet.
My husband was worried about me. I wasn't worried at all to be here. He said, "Why do you have to stay?" I'm a nurse, that's what I do.
We simply went out and took a hammer and knocked the drains off, which that allowed the water to get off the roof. A couple of times had to lay down and keep them getting blown off, but it was an experience.
She came in on a stretcher. I looked down at her wrist and saw a tag on her wrist, which indicated she had been declared dead. All this started coming to my mind. Oh my goodness, what has this lady been through?
Years ago, we hosted a young boy who was in grave condition. We had been taking him to St. Agatha's Church, and everybody was blessing him, and they gave him an anointing of the sick on the day before he went in. He goes in for the first surgery. When they opened him up, they came out and gave us the news, Patty and I, that his heart was in terrible condition. They tried a second surgery. Again, he was in extremely grave condition coming out from that surgery. They, within a couple days after that, he collapsed again. They went in and they performed a third surgery, and they put him induced him in a medical coma, and they put him into an ice blanket, and he sat in the pediatric intensive care for 26 days. Finally, we started to see some signs that, in fact, he was going to live, and within a short period of time after that, the miracle did happen. The doctors told us that he was going to be okay and he was going to survive, in fact, and he was going to come home.